After last time, I got quite nervous. You know, talking to you, it's kind of really scary. Not because of you. No, actually, you're really fun to talk to. You make my heart jump in a good way. If that makes sense. At least I hope it makes sense. But I came to you today to welcome you to being my roommate. You know, I'm still not used to this kind of stuff. It makes me so nervous that I just don't know what to say. And then I make that nervous laugh that I always do. Look, I had quite a day today. It was kind of chaotic and I didn't know what I was doing. I'll be honest, I almost had a moment where I was about to cry in the mall. It was for something silly. Well, you see, there was these people and they came out of nowhere when I was ordering food. And I thought that they cut in line. But I guess they ordered before me. So I asked the woman, "Are you sure that's your order?" And she gave me this look. Like what's wrong with this girl? And I kind of got sad. Because I realized I jumped the gun and they got there before me. And then just walked away. And so I was saying something really stupid. Social anxiety has a way of biting you in the bum. But I don't let it hold me back. I try my best with it. Isn't that all we can do? The way I see it is, you can let it hold you back or you can do your best. I also wanted to say thank you. Well, it may seem kind of silly, but you made yesterday really fun. It was a day that kind of wouldn't have been. I mean, I have off days too. And days when the words don't come to me. And days when I don't have time to do everything I want. But I don't let those days govern me. I try and make sure that I try my best every single day. And maybe it sounds redundant, but it really works. Trying your best and making sure you put a smile on someone's face. I just wish I was better at keeping up with things. Sometimes I get behind, and then I feel really bad. It makes me sad to see anyone have to wait, or anyone be sad because of something I did or didn't do. It hurts my feelings, and I try my best, but I know I make a lot of mistakes. And well, I knew I would. Everyone does sometimes. And while I have lots to learn, I won't stop learning it. And I know my normal range is a bit less interesting. I don't really have much confidence in it. You can probably hear the nervous laughter. I mean, I shake even recording it. And it makes my eyes get a little watery. It's just 'cause I don't want anyone to dislike me. And honestly, I want you to feel special. Through all of my audios, I've always wanted that. To make you smile. To make you feel special. 'Cause I've lived all my life kind of being told, well, I shouldn't be this, I should be that. Or maybe that my dreams weren't valid. and I want better for you. Maybe it makes me a sap, but I love you for what you are, and I want you to love you too. It may seem like something silly, but I feel like saying it in my own voice. I hope it means more. I want you to love yourself. And it's taken so much, but I'm trying to be brave so that you can too. I figure it's easier. If both of us are going out of our comfort zone, then we're not alone in the awkwardness or maybe the anxiety of it. It's okay. It's okay to be you. I think that the person you are makes you special. You've shown me so much in my life that I didn't know was there. You gave me the confidence to find my own voice. Instead of feel like I had to uphold a giant facade of voices to make you like me, I got brave and here we are. Now you're my roommate and I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I feel like there's something wrong with being this happy. It makes me feel like a million stars just glistening in the sky, and I want you to hear my voice and my words for what they are, not some acting. I understand if you like my acting. I like it too. A little known fact, if you want to know something shameless, I actually listen to my audios too. I'm a huge fangirl, and it's because the voices don't feel like they're me. I disassociate with them, and while not every video is meant for me, I feel like there's a kindred spirit in it. It makes me feel more happy. Like I have a place in the world. And more than anything else, you've inspired me. You've made me feel like myself is good enough and that, well, these silly videos mean something. And that more than means the world to me. I could never see anything but now I can. All of my self-doubt and wondering what I am, what I'll ever be. You've helped me. You've made me feel like a person instead of a shell. You know, I've always felt like I had to fill this shell. Growing up, I felt like I had to be what everyone else wanted me to be. I was always told I was wrong for being myself, and it hurt. There was things that were okay, but I had to constantly make sure I was okay no matter if I was okay or not. I had to tell people I was when I wasn't. And I had to go through a lot of things that were painful and sad. And it even made me reach my lowest point in my life. When I found someone that I thought I loved, that I thought loved me. And they weren't who I thought they were. I didn't even really feel a need for certain things. And it made things very painful. I wonder if they'll ever hear this again. Part of me hopes they do. If only to know that I'm better. Whether that makes them happy or sad, I don't care. But I do want to be heard. Especially by you. Not that stranger who I once knew, or thought I knew. The one who broke my heart and tore me down. the one that sees me today for who I am, for who I've always been, no matter what anyone said I should be. I love you because you've given me a voice. You've allowed me to see without being blind. I just want you to always be true to your heart. There's never a time when you have to feel like you're not yourself or feel like you have to be someone else. As someone who's tried it, it'll never work out. As much as we hate to face ourselves, sometimes that's the only thing we can do. And it's with a light heart that I can say it now. While I still have a fear of certain things, and I'm still pretty socially awkward, I've found myself. I've found out that through everything, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and I don't mean giving up. If you ever feel like you can't take it anymore, please don't hesitate to rely on me. I promise, while there's lots I can't do, there's plenty I can. And we'll get through it together. I'm really confident in my ability to cheer people up. You know, it may take a while, but I'm pretty sure once you watch me trip and fall a few times, it'll probably be decently funny. At least I'm hoping. Also, I'm sorry if I feel monotonous. It's just, sometimes after voicing everything, my voice, it loses some of its expression. And it's because I think my vocal cords get tired. But I promise you I'm not overexerting myself. I'm doing what I love, and I'm doing it for you and everyone else, and for myself. I no longer live my life just for others. I live it for myself too. For my dreams. And you know, it's true. I always did dream of making everyone smile. It's why I got so interested in acting, so interested in culinary arts, and so interested in everything. Because if I'm on a screen or cooking meals, then maybe I can make someone feel special today. That was always what was going through my mind. And that's why I made you breakfast. I hope you like crepes. I made a blueberry one with Boston cream, and then one with strawberries. Don't worry, I made them all from scratch. I mean, I thought it would be nice, so I brought you breakfast in bed. Sorry if it was too much. I was just too excited having a roommate. It feels special. And as much as I guess I don't like to admit it, sometimes it gets lonely when you're just recording in a box all day. I love what I do, don't get me wrong. It's nice to have someone to listen and to feel like I'm not going crazy. 'Cause sometimes I feel like I'm just listening from inside a box to me talking to myself, but at the same time I disassociate so much that it never quite feels like me. It's just, I feel like I sit in this corner all day, and while I love it, it'd be a lot more homey with you here, and a lot more happy, like a home away from home in the recording studio. Feel free to open the door whenever, even if I'm recording sandwiches. I'm sorry if you ever get weirded out because of that. I try and make sure it's never too much. And I may not be the cutest or the best at things. I hope you like my best effort. I promise I would never give anything but my 100%. I'm really, really dedicated. It's one of my redeeming features. I guess when you're as clumsy as me, fate gives you some redeeming features. And while it may seem sort of played out, I hope you enjoy my company. I know I still got a lot of things to learn, but I never stop learning and I never give up, because I feel like if you don't learn, you'll repeat mistakes, and I hate that. Just like I hate lies. They tear me up inside, and I never want to have to resort to them ever again. I lied to myself and I lied to others in my past, thinking I had to try and run away. But instead, no matter how much you run, you always have to face truth. Though some people say I'm a little bit too honest. In which case, I'm sorry. But I just don't know any other way. If I'm not honest, then who will be? Is what I always think. Though I guess it's kind of silly. All these times that I spend trying to overthink things, I'll spend them just thinking about what others would think, what I would think. And then I get caught in my head. And it's not nice to be trapped in there. At least not for too long. You help by giving me some place to go. And that makes me smile really big. Because you're someone I would never want to be far away. And someone who I adore a lot. And I feel like everything I do, it means something to you. And that alone, it makes me feel special. If not for you, I fear I'd feel like I'd have to do an act. Like I couldn't share my true words with you. And it's been amazing so far. You've made me feel like a person. And while a lot of people may say one thing or another, it's amazing knowing you. It's amazing. You've been a sweetheart through all of it. And I love you from the bottom of my heart. As someone who has known me, you've grown with me and put up with a lot of things. I'm so honored. I'm so happy. And I'm so lucky to have met someone like you. Thank you for brightening up my life. Thank you for being you. And thank you for always being there to support me. I want to do the same and always be there for you. You deserve it and so much more. I'll see to it that I always put in a good effort. And that you always have someone to talk to. You know, it doesn't mean much to a lot of people. But I know that you care. That you're here for more than just sandwiches. And that by you just listening to my words, it feels like you're the family I never had. I'm sorry, that's inappropriate, isn't it? I don't want to talk about sad things, but I also want you to get to know me. I want you to know me not just as Yagami Yato, but as Cleomi Miyu. I mean, it may take time, but I'm thankful just to have your company, honestly. As much as people may take it for granted, I could never, ever take you for granted. You've changed my life. Truly, you've changed my life. I owe you everything, and yet you never ask anything in return. And for that, I just want to give you more. And to make you smile more. You deserve that and so much more. Thank you for being you. And while all the other ones may say nice things that I mean from my heart, none of them carry me. At least not 100% me. They carry my heart, but only this one carries my soul. Is that silly to say? And to be honest, I don't know what's silly and what's not sometimes. I get caught in a lot of different thoughts and feelings that I don't really know what to do with. I wouldn't exactly call myself an unstable person or an emotional wreck. I sometimes feel so lucky that I want to share my happiness with you, with everyone really. As much as it may seem silly, I've always felt this way. Well, ever since I found out and recovered from rock bottom, I realized I can't just keep wishing. In fact, I'd encourage you not to wish. Because wishes give you a way out. They give you something to blame if they don't work out. But instead of wishes, give yourself something. Be kind to that beautiful person in front of me. You always compliment me. You always give me so much. So give yourself just as much. I can speak from experience. It's easier said than done, I know. I used to beat myself up and put myself down and say words that I should have never said. I used to wish the worst upon myself, and I might have even hated myself. But I can say, it's much better not to. It's much better to love yourself, to give yourself a place to be happy, instead of tell yourself why you don't deserve it. I can say that of all my life, that's what helped me the most, is realizing that I'm a person too. And no matter how much you say you're not, you are as well. You're a person who deserves every ounce of love that you get, and so much more. And I want you to know, I will not stop. No matter how much you hate me, I'll still feel that everything you are will never be a mistake. You're not your mistakes. You're not your anxiety. You're not your sorrow. You're not your regret. You're a beautiful person that I love from the bottom of my heart. that I want to love, and I want you to love. Maybe this seems cheesy, coming from some random YouTuber or someone on the internet. But these tears aren't fake. You know who I'm talking about. The you that's listening right now. You may think this is just some role play, but it's not. These are true words from my heart. And these are real tears. Just because I can't. With how some people will talk about themselves. It reminds me of what I used to do. And I want better for you. I want to help. I want to be that shining ray of light that can show you you're worth it. Not just a one and done, feel good for now, and then regress back into self-hatred. But someone that you can listen to whenever you're having a bad day, whenever you feel like crying, that you can listen to my words, that you can feel loved. Because I didn't have that, and I want it for everyone. There's so many things I can't properly put into words, but I know it's something that there's no better way to put it than you're a wonderful person. And if you believe I am, even if you hate me, then love yourself. You deserve it so much. You're someone worthy of it, and you're someone who deserves the world. And you can have it if you only just let yourself. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. I mean, look at me. Do you know how many mistakes I've made since I started everything? I've probably made 1,000,000. And maybe that's just an exaggeration, but it doesn't change the fact. Everyone makes mistakes, but they are not their mistakes. You can make 1,000,000 of them. And if you learn from any mistake, or even just one in 1,000,000, it's just proof that you're not hopeless. You'll never be hopeless. I swear to you, no matter what you think, no matter what you feel, I want you to be loved. And I want you to accept yourself. Even if nobody else feels like they do. Even if it feels like you're alone in the world, you're not. You'll always have me. I will try and make every day special and give you a reprieve from the bad of the world. You who sometimes suffers. I want you to be happy. And if I have to shed every tear in my body, if I have to be so cold, I'll endure it all. If it means you'll feel alive and well. And I'll pour my heart out to you every day and try and give you something, not just what you need or want, but something that might save you. Because I know how it feels to want to give up, to feel like everything you do is a mistake, and to feel like nothing's good enough for others or yourself. And It feels stifling, it feels suffocating, it feels empty. And I don't want you to feel empty anymore. But sometimes that's where you have to start. Feeling empty gives you a process, a place to begin anew. So don't be afraid. Instead, view it as a fresh start, a place where you can be yourself. Acceptance for that beautiful person in front of me. You might not see the beauty in you, but I promise you it's there. You're beautiful, and down to your deepest, darkest secrets. It doesn't matter what you've done in the past. You're beautiful, regardless of what anyone says. Regardless of the bullies, regardless of the haters, regardless of even the spiteful parents or those who want you to be what you're not. Be yourself. You don't have to be perfect or brave, but I want you to feel at home. You deserve to feel at home. And you can, I promise you. No matter what happens, we'll get through it together. And there's a beautiful you that will always be there, no matter what anyone says. Please, be yourself and don't be afraid. I'll be with you forever. And while we're at it, I wanted to tell you something. You're probably one of the only reasons and stuff that I've made it this far. And I think together we can beat anything. But I will be very upset if you don't at least try and love yourself. Because you deserve it. And besides, how are you gonna expect me to love you if you can't love yourself? It's not fair, dummy. If you don't at least try, then all of this just goes in one ear and out the other. Isn't that too sad? I just think that if you actually care about me, please won't you try it? As someone who's suffered what it feels like to loathe yourself, I don't want it for you. If you need to, you can vent at me anytime. Tell me how you feel. And this extends beyond the video. Beyond anything else. I don't care if I'm breaking the fourth wall. This video is me, after all. Unapologetically me. And I want you to know, if you ever need someone, reach out. Message me. You can reach me on Discord or sometimes in the comment section. Never feel like you're not worth it. And then besides, how am I gonna learn to get past my own fears if you won't even give yourself a chance. Don't be a dummy. And be nice to yourself. So you'll listen to your heart. Also, don't go giving me that. There's no excuse. You hear me? I won't accept anything else. It's too sad to. You should know that. As much as it may seem like it's just fun and games, I take these videos very serious. And I want you to know, fourth wall or not, you're special to me. And I want our times as roommates and as friends to be something so special that you might never frown again. What? Don't think I can do it? I'm always up for a challenge. Go ahead, try me. Or if you don't, it's okay too. I just want you to be happy. It's as simple as that. As long as you're happy, I'm happy too. And when you're sad, it's okay. I'll bear it with you. I promise. Pinky promise. Okay?